Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Sanjian Tarot. For this lengthy unboxing video, I have the Bizarre Tarot by MagicFlower and drawn by the artist called Bacchalia. Bacchalia? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So when I received these decks, they were actually packaged in this like packing plastic, I guess, pocket. Like every single one of these decks was actually packaged in this, which is, I think, was pretty cool of them, since they did come from overseas. So yeah, I appreciate that. The packaging for international, especially for an international package. So there are 5 decks. One is a lenticular version, and there are 2 called Garden and Maze with pocket versions for each version. So, and they each came with their own guidebooks, which are individually sealed, which is pretty cool. So MagicFlower also made other decks called Secret Mirror Tarot, Magic Cat Tarot, Shining Stars Tarot. Ooh, this is pretty strong. Ooh, okay. Magic Awakening Tarot, and 2 Lenormand decks called Dramatic Lenormand and Fairy Tale Lenormand. So this was a Kickstarter from April 15, 2025 to May 15, 2025. And I received this set on November 2, 2025. This is the maze version. Whew. Yeah, sealed guidebook, and I'm guessing because, well, it's overseas, in case if the package got wet, and I think these would still be okay. last deck. All right, so start with the Raster version, which is a lenticular deck. And this box is a magnetic acrylic box. So I don't know if you're able to see the lid here. All right. And, ooh, and these are also numbered. So I got number 198 out of 300. Okay, and ooh, yeah. Okay, and the bottom of the box. And see, I'm just noticing all sorts of designs also all around this lenticular box, which is really, really cool. I hope you can see that. I know there's like some transparency, or just half transparency, half opaque. Ooh, oh God, yeah. Oh, all right. Okay, so here is the deck. Ooh, ooh, oh, look at that. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, only the sticker part came off. The whole thing didn't actually tear around. Oh my gosh. It didn't actually tear. The sticker part was on the outside, so I just peeled off just the string of the sticker. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. All right, so with lenticular cards, they always have a protective covering. So as if you can see, there's a protective film here, just because, there you go, because that's the way lenticular cards generally are. There's always a covering to protect it. So this lenticular version has both drawings of the garden version and the maze version. So let's see how, I'm having trouble already looking at, okay, so it's a side to side, okay. So let's see if, okay, so let's do a flip through of the cards. Oh, and you know what? Let's show the back too. And this is the back. This is the back of the Raster version. This is what they're calling their lenticular version. I have no idea what these look like. I'm actually showing you guys before I take a look myself. So did I? Actually, are all these cards here? Fool, Magician. Yep. hope you're able to see it. These are a bit warped, I guess because it's PET cards, lenticular PET cards, which are polyethylene terephthalate. Yeah, please don't ask me to say that again. PET for short. Okay, there's no real edging, likely due to the fact that these are lenticular. They are standard tarot size, 70 millimeters by 120 millimeters. And there's a bit of a thickness to them. The cards are 0.58 millimeters thick. Actually hoping you guys can see the change that I'm trying to show you. I'm actually doing this just because it's probably quicker to show both designs. I really don't know if I'm doing this right, so hopefully you guys can see it. I wonder if I can see it. Really takes a bit of an angle to tilt to show both designs. Barely see the numbering here in this one. I think it's there. Okay, yeah, it's there. I did warn you this would be a lengthy unboxing. Well, would it have been lengthier if I did a flip through of 2 decks instead of only the lenticular version? I don't know. Okay, so these are new to me. 3 extra cards. Looks like one is called the Cat Arc. This one is called the Apple. And this one is called the Inner Raven. All right, so that's new to me. I didn't know that they would have this many extra cards. I noticed that the campaign page did display the Apple one, but I had no idea there would be extra cards. I mean, the campaign itself did say there would be 78 cards. So, and as a witness, let's make sure I've got all the cards. This one says, it does say the moon. It actually said something else. The text on these lenticular cards are a bit difficult to see, so. At least they're in order coming out of the box. Looks like the lenticular tilt isn't, I guess, aligned. Yeah. Okay. All right, all cards are here. All right, so I guess we can try a shuffle test. I'm gonna go with half of this deck because, yeah, so I don't think the lenticular cards are really meant to be used in a reading, but, oh, okay, that works out well. Okay, and, oh, yeah, I can't do that. I think a side shuffle might be better, but they do make, I've seen tarot decks, lenticular tarot decks that were created like and intended to be used in readings. So, and I've seen sample shuffling of them to show that they would be safe for shuffling. So I think I'd probably be doing either side shuffle or riffle shuffle. Ooh, yeah, these are okay. They seem to do well with hand-to-hand shuffle. They're just thick because, well, lenticular, so. And the weird, like, warp bend of these lenticular cards. I have lenticular tarot cards too, and I don't think either of them are this warped out of the box. So it's a bit too bad that they would be, I guess, warped. All right, so now that there are extra cards, I'm curious as to if they're explained in the guidebook. So let's see, the guidebook, okay, this one I expected half Chinese. And let's see, half in English. Okay. Now I'm just taking a quick look to see if they describe the imagery itself instead of just doing the Rider-Waite-Smith description. So it looks like, okay, looks like they're describing the actual imagery here. Wait, nope. No, I think I spoke too soon. Yeah, I don't think at least in this English side, the imagery isn't described. For the English side. You're a white horse. Oh, well, maybe it is. Okay. The amazing depicts a dwarf rider. All right, so I guess looks like I take that back again. Garden. So it's two white figures facing the sea. Okay. Yeah, I think for the English version, this actually does describe the imagery and not the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. All right, so actually I want to start with the garden. Wow, oh, okay, there was the guide also inside the deck. Why the hell did I open this then? Oh my gosh, they look exactly the same too. Okay, well, a guide wasn't included with this lenticular version. So, yeah, maybe I would put the extras with the lenticular version. Okay, so guide. All right, and ooh, this one is numbered as well. So this one, 319 out of 500 bucks. Back of box. And I see imagery here on the sides of the box. Okay, so that's kind of neat. Okay. Ooh, okay. So the garden has red edging. Okay. Oh, and two-piece rigid box. Ooh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm already not liking this part, the boxy ad covers. So this is the reason why these two-piece rigid box sets, I would like the insert here, because now that I covered it, how do I separate them? It's not, I'd have to, I'm shaking my own chair. Yeah, I had to shake it out. So, which is why I really prefer two-piece rigid box sets to have like some kind of insert here, so that I'd be able to separate the box if I end up putting these together without the weight of the cards to easily separate them. So, yeah. I think I could just, let's put this here. All right, so these are also classic tarot size, 120 millimeters by 70 millimeters. Yeah. The weight is 330 GSM. And here is the back of the garden version. All right. I don't think you guys need to see the imagery, but I do want to point out one thing. So actually, and let me see, make sure that all the cards are here. See, I think I miscounted already. This is what I was hoping not to run into. Okay. So the imagery is supposed to be, I guess, a little bit, I don't know, positive or light for the garden deck. So now what the artist did is make a panoramic scene for the suits. So when these cards are aligned in order by suit, they make one long panoramic image. So I don't know if I'd be able to get this. Oh, maybe I can. And according to the campaign page, it's only for cards 1 through 10 of each suit. From what I understand, I don't think they'll include the court cards as part of the panoramic view, but let's see. So 7, 8, 9. Oh, and I don't know if you'd be able to see that, but let's see. Let me see. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to. Actually, yeah, it does include the court cards. So if I take 9 and 10 here, it does create a panoramic view of all 14 cards within the suit. All right, so that's good. I don't know why the campaign page said only from 1 through 10, so yeah. So it's a different scene for each suit also. So one long panoramic view. So that was, I think that was the wands. So okay, that was the cups, the swords. Oh, I just noticing the back has some reactions to light, little white spots there. I don't know if you can able to see that. So okay, and swords. Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh. There's that page. All right, pentacles. Ah, and here are the extra cards. Okay. So the apple, the cat arc, and the inner haven. Okay, I read that wrong. It's supposed to be inner haven, not inner raven. I think I mentioned raven. earlier. All right. Actually, one more check. Are those extra cards described in this deck? Let's see, I want to check to see if they included the extra card descriptions. And doesn't look like it. Judgment. No. Okay, there appears to be no description. No description of the 3 extra cards. So I have no idea what the extra cards are supposed to mean. Well, I did say it was a lengthy video. Yeah, all right. That's too bad. Or maybe the Chinese version of the guide. See, even the Chinese version of the guide includes color images in the Chinese section, and even the, I guess, an explanation of the panoramic view of the deck. So looks like they clearly put more effort in the Chinese section of the book. And then just kind of put basic words and descriptions for the English version. Kind of wish they didn't do that. There's probably a description of the extra cards too in the Chinese version, so looks like we'll have to break out Google Translate to see if they did, but well, I guess I'll find that out later. All right. So this is the standard version of the garden, and here we have the pocket version of the garden edition. Okay, and it's got just the suits all around. Okay. And the tuck box, it's got this interesting, I guess, way of of opening. That's what I meant to say. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be one of those kinds of boxes. And these pocket versions were not numbered. So there's no numbering. Yeah, I'm not liking this part about the box already. Wow, that's really in there. Okay. All right. Okay. So these pocket versions are 56 millimeters by 96 millimeters. All right. And the cardstock is 350 GSM. I don't know what the texture or the finish is. Same for the standard tarot size. I'm not sure what the finish is. Might be matte. So, all right, okay, and this is the back of the pocket garden version, and I see it has the extra card as well. Here's the inner haven. All right, so let's make sure these are all here. There we go. Aha. Wait. Page, there you go, night. Okay, and extra cards. All right, so I just realized I didn't do a shuffle test. All right, so let's do that real quick. So garden version shuffle test. Oop. Why can't I save the shuffle? Okay. There we go. Oh. All right, so yeah, I think the cardstock and the finish. Yeah, okay. Oops. Yeah, so they're not as sticky right off the bat. Okay, yeah, these shuffle well. Okay, now the pocket versions, I'll likely do side shuffle. Oh, and they clearly have no edging for the pocket versions. All right, yep. Okay, and okay, yeah, you shuffle well. That's pocket, all right. Okay, so this is the garden version. Okay, and this is the maze version. I think this is supposed to be just like a darker imagery for this deck. So this is the maze edition. I have, I don't think you could see, number 471. I don't know if you could you see that? Numbering. And it's got the usual design that all the other boxes have all around. Well, at least for this size deck. Okay. Oh, look at that. You know what? I think I'll put these guides with the raster version. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so again, two-piece box if they're stuck without the cards in. Yeah. So, all right, guidebook for you, and yeah, that is some nice edging here. This light green. I do like this edging. And if it's supposed to fit with this dark theme, I think it's a good choice. Ooh, and the back. All right. Not sure if I showed the back for the pocket version. Yeah, I think I did. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice. Ooh. Okay, it's just me. I thought they didn't flush again. All right, so let's make sure I have all the cards. Ooh, it's a bit sticky. Ooh, these are sticky. I wonder why these weren't as, I mean, these are a little bit more sticky than the garden deck. boy. Yeah, this is, wow, okay. I'm actually having trouble separating a couple of cards. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, there it is again. All right, all extra cards are here. All right, so shuffle test. And of course. Oh, goodness. I'm sure these shuffle well. It's just they need a good breaking in, I suppose. Yeah, these are a bit, these a little bit more stickier than the other ones. Yeah, this would definitely need to be, I guess, shuffled even more for breaking in. But they shuffle well. It's just it's coming right out of the box. They're a bit on the sticky side. All right, and pocket version of the maze. As I said before, the pocket versions are not numbered, and yeah, I don't think you'd be able to see the suits on the, even I'm having trouble trying to see. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Oh well. All right, so tuck box, of course. Of course. Okay. Oh, well, that was much easier than the previous one. All right. Oops. Oh. A little bit more lift needed. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, here. Oh, gosh, I think I slightly ripped. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. There you go. Okay. All right. And the backs. Actually, I think these might be linen now that I'm getting a better look at it. So, all right, no edging, pocket. Ooh, God, these are, ooh. Okay, yeah. Ooh, yeah, these are, I'm having difficulty separating these. Okay, so it looks like the overall maze versions of the decks are difficult to separate. Okay. Ooh, yeah. All right. Coming out of the box, I don't know if that's typical or not, but it's kind of a bit on the annoying side. Ooh, 5. Okay. Yeah, this imagery for the maze one is a bit on the darker side. Okay, I'm not liking how some of the text for this darker version is a little bit difficult to see up against the imagery and the artwork of the cards. Yeah, I'm having a problem with the text not appearing at the bottom. The Roman numerals. Yeah, and even the symbols that's supposed to appear at the top of the cards, like there's supposed to be a pentacle at the top. I'm not sure if you could see that. I'm having trouble seeing the pentacle there myself. All right, and extra cards. All right. Okay. I think I did a shuffle test in this one, right? Yeah. All right, side shuffle. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, it's fine. Let's see. Okay, and I've separated these cards. They shuffle fine. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess they just needed a bit of a breaking in. So, all right. So yeah, and the guides, I'm a little bit disappointed with the way the guides are. I mean, even though one says maze and one says garden, it has both definitions of the garden version and the maze version. So I'm not sure why bother having two separate guides when both guides are going to have the same exact information. So that is, and yeah, and then the difference between the Chinese language section, you know, and having like, it's got like colored pages. I mean, colored images on this section, and then for the English section, I mean, really? Do you hate us that much, English speakers? So yeah, yeah, I'm just not, I mean, just not happy that, I mean, why again, why bother? Yeah, these are the exact same ones, the exact same information. They hold both definitions, even though one is labeled maze and one is labeled garden. So yeah, that's, I find that kind of pointless, I suppose. Now the tier I pledged for did come with extras, which are these pouches. So these green ones actually go to the maze edition, and these red ones go to the garden edition. And they're just, yeah, it's the same design, just different colors. And I also received an extra pouch. I guess it's for this Raster version, and I mean, this wasn't mentioned in the campaign that the Raster version would get a pouch, but looks like it may fit. Let's see, it's a bit of a tight fit, but okay, yeah. Looks like this pouch, I guess I'll use this for the lenticular Raster version of this deck. All right, there was also one stretch goal met, and it was animated stickers. Or I guess lenticular style stickers. Is it? Okay. Yeah, so this one's changed when I tilt them up and down, unlike the cards where it looked like it required a side to side tilt. And then these weren't mentioned, but I did notice these. I guess there's one lenticular. Oh, I see a scratch on one. So I think it's, yeah, supposed to be a lenticular style card. All right. And then I think just extra postcards. Oh no, they're just maybe extra art cards. Oh, I think these are upside down. These are upside, oh, I think I put them upside down. Anyway, yeah, extra art cards with the garden side and the maze side. Okay, this was unexpected. I didn't know they'd be including these. At least it looks like it's the maze side and the garden side. Let's see, yeah. So, yeah, garden, maze. So light and dark. All right, so yeah, the imagery is a bit, I guess, kooky, but it's got its like light version and dark version. Now, I guess I've mentioned my misgivings about the guidebook and the Chinese version versus the English version. I was thinking maybe could they have gotten away with doing a pocket version of the lenticular deck? I don't know how manufacturing smaller cards in lenticular form is possible. But I think that they're doing like pocket versions of their deck, then, you know, why not do a pocket version of this lenticular one as well? So I guess that's my first impressions of this bizarre tarot deck. Now, these are available at MagicFlower's website, at least only the decks are available. I did not see any indication that the pouches were available, and I think that's because the pouches were meant to be Kickstarter exclusive. Same for these. I mean, this was meant to be stretch goal. And it's actually just the decks, like just these decks. The Raster version is not available on her website. The only way to get the Raster version was through the Kickstarter. So the regular editions, I guess it's regular editions of Maze and Garden and the pocket versions of each deck. Those are the only decks available at MagicFlower store, which I will include as a link in the description. All right, I hope you guys got something out of this very, very lengthy unboxing video, and also from my brief first impressions of this deck. See you in the next video.